Good morning, Common Way kids, and welcome again to our online service. We are so glad you're here today as we wrap up the month of September. Man, I can't believe how fast it's gone. Our elementary kids, we're taking another look at friendship today and what it means to be a true friend, and that we have a friend in God and Jesus here. And kindergartners, not our kindergartners, our preschoolers are wrapping up our sweet month that we've had talking about the life of Joseph and how following God's plan is always better than following our own. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's dive in to see what God's word has for us today.
Jesus, you have been so faithful. Jesus, you have been so true. I will be forever thankful, 'cause I never had a friend like you. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with a love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love is always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. You with me in the darkest valley. You with me on the mountaintop. I'm thankful that you never leave me, and that your love will never stop. Help me to be who you've been to me, to everyone I see. Let us love one another with a love like no other yet. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love is always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. I wanna thank you for being a friend who's always by my side. I wanna thank you for the way you love me all my life. Love one another with a love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Never turn away, you are with us every day, yeah. That's the way you love us, God. Your love is always been beginning to end. There's never been a better friend. So let us love one another with our love like no other, yeah. That's the way you love us, God.
Five minutes on the other side, and I will have the perfect imaginary burger. Hey there, Haley here. I am practicing for a cookout I'm having next week, and I'm not actually cooking anything right now. I'm inside. That would be a cook-in. So I've never really cooked for any of my friends before, so I just wanted to be prepared, because I want them to still be my friends after the cookout's over. Just kidding, that's not how friendship works. Friendship is using your words and actions to show others you care. I don't think friends should stop being friends for little things like food tasting bad. It's delicious. And I think you can even stay friends with someone if they, say, accidentally burn you with a hot potato. Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato, Friendship can last through most anything. Unless a friend makes fun of my hat, then it's over. Oh, time to flip an imaginary burger. Woo! Today's story is about a time when one of Jesus' friends did something really bad. Jesus could have flipped out. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that. I'll see you soon. Oh, let's see. Can't turn the camera off with the mids. Sorry.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of John, chapter 21, verses 1 through 19.
Peter hauled in the knotted net yet again as the first light of dawn gleamed in the eastern sky.
Empty. Not a single fish all night.
Thomas shook his head.
I doubt we'll catch a thing before it's time to take the boat in.
John studied Peter thoughtfully.
Peter, you didn't really want to catch fish anyway, did you? You just wanted to get out in the boat and do something normal.
Peter shrugged, but he knew John was right. Over the past few weeks and months, everything in his life had turned upside down. First, Peter had shown the courage to speak the truth about his friend Jesus.
You are the Christ. You are the Son of the living God.
Many people wanted to make Jesus king, even though the religious leaders hated him. The day before Jesus was killed, Peter had promised Jesus that he would follow him anywhere, and even give up his life for Jesus. But that very evening, Jesus was arrested. Peter was so scared he told 3 different people he wasn't Jesus' friend.
I don't know that man.
Peter felt sick about what he'd done, especially when Jesus was nailed to the cross and died. But then he returned to life. He appeared to his friends. It was amazing, incredible. Everyone was excited beyond belief. Except Peter must have wondered.
Is Jesus mad at me? Am I still his friend? Does he still love me?
Now Peter found himself in the boat, trying to figure it all out. His fingers tightened on the wet rope as he prepared to cast the net one more time. As he glanced over on the shoreline, he saw a figure standing there.
Friends, don't you have any fish?
Nope, not one.
Throw your net on the right side of the boat. There you will find some fish.
The 7 disciples in the boat exchanged glances as Thomas laughed.
I seriously doubt it.
You guys have anything better to do? Let's give it a try.
Together, the men heaved the heavy wet net back into the sea on the other side.
Hey, I think we've got something.
Bring it on in. There's 1 fish.
2 fish,
A red fish. Ugh.
a blue fish, and another one, and another 10. Whoa! Need some help here.
The net was so full of fish, they couldn't haul it into the boat. They began towing it to shore. John gaped at the man still standing on the beach.
It's the Lord.
Excitement raced through Peter's veins. He was about to see Jesus again. But just as quickly, guilt gnawed at his stomach. Facing Jesus meant he had to face how he denied knowing Jesus.
But it's Jesus. I've got to see him no matter what.
Grabbing his coat, Peter jumped out of the boat and into the water. He half ran and half waded to the beach when he discovered that Jesus started a small bonfire. Fish and bread were already toasting over the flames.
He's God's son and he's making breakfast for us.
Jesus smiled at Peter.
Bring some of the fish you have just caught.
Yes, Lord.
Peter ran back to the lapping water to help his friends haul their fish to shore.
153.
You counted?
Don't doubt it.
Jesus gestured to the disciples to join him around the fire.
Come and have breakfast.
As the disciples gathered, Jesus offered them bread to eat. John whispered to Peter.
This is what he did when we last ate together at the Passover meal.
When breakfast finished, the disciples rose to take care of their fish. Peter found himself walking beside Jesus. There were so many things he wanted to say, but he couldn't find the words.
Simon Peter, do you really love me more than these others do?
Peter swallowed hard. Surely Jesus knew what he felt.
Yes, Lord, you know that I love you.
Feed my lambs.
Peter remembered how Jesus would compare people to sheep in his stories.
Peter, do you really love me?
Lord, you know that I love you.
Take care of my sheep.
Sheep, people. Peter waited in his mind. Jesus must be telling Peter to take care of the people who had followed him.
Peter, do you love me?
Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you.
Feed my sheep.
Just as Peter denied knowing Jesus 3 times, he now confirmed 3 times that he loved Jesus. What's more, Jesus wanted Peter to go out and share that love with others.
He's forgiven me, even after what I did.
Peter, things are going to get even more difficult for you. You are going to be led places you do not want to go.
Peter slowly nodded his head. He was willing to do anything Jesus asked of him.
Follow me.
Yes, Lord, I will.
Because Jesus had forgiven him, Peter was now free to share the love of God with those around him, without carrying around a heavy load of guilt.
Okay, so picture this. You have a best friend. You do everything together. You eat together. You play games together. You tell each other everything. And then, when your life gets really hard and you need your friend there the most, your friend pretends she doesn't even know you. That's not cool, friend.
Wouldn't that make you so mad? It would make me want to say goodbye to that friend forever. But Jesus didn't do that when Peter pretended not to know him. Instead, even though he must have felt so hurt inside, Jesus forgave Peter. Now, I know what you may be thinking. It was pretty cool for Jesus to forgive Peter like that. It was. But guess what? Jesus forgives you and me like that too. Anytime we mess up, we break a rule, or we do something we know is wrong, Jesus forgives us. That's because he loves us so much, and because our relationship is more important to him than our mess ups. That's why the one thing to remember today is this. Friends, forgive one another. Jesus forgives us, so we should forgive others. Our friendships should be more important than our mess ups. I'm not saying it's easy to forgive. It's not. You're going to need God's help, but get this. When you choose to forgive, it can help you feel better inside. It can help your friend feel better inside, and it'll make your cookouts way more enjoyable. Speaking of, this imaginary corn is almost done roasting. Oh, look at that. Oh, what? Oh, this is gonna taste so good when they're real. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, again with the mitts.
Oh, how great it is to be friends with you. You're friends with me. Together we are better. It comes naturally when I'm friends with you and you're friends with me. Oh, babe. Oh, with